What are we talking about? Are you committed?
Let's see.
Are you committed?
Yes, I am committed.
Let's watch this clip, y'all.
Ronald, I need to talk to you.
Hold on, texting somebody.
Ronald, I need to talk.
Hold on, Charlie. I'm texting the client. Man, come on, man. All right. What you got?
I'm not happy.
Not happy about what?
I'm not happy in this relationship.
Oh, what's going on? Wait, hold on. Let me get this right here. Yeah, hello? Yeah.
Ronald, I need to talk. We need to talk.
Hold on, Charlie. I'm talking to the client. Yeah. Okay. We can do Friday. Yeah, Friday at 11. Is that good? Is that good for you? Okay. So Friday 11 a.m. we'll be closing. All right. All right. See you later. Take care.
This is what I'm talking about, Ronald.
What do you mean?
I'm trying to have a simple conversation with you, and you answer the phone?
Charlie, I got a freaking job. What do you expect me to do? Ignore my clients? Then we don't make any money?
I expect you to pay attention to me, Ronald.
I do pay attention to you.
No, you do not. You're barely here, and when you're here, you're not here. Okay? We're not spending no quality time. You're not talking to me. You're talking to everybody else. I need help around here. I can't do this anymore. I can't.
What do you expect me to do, Charlie? This is my freaking job. This is how we have this house. This is how we have cars, food, anything else that my job provides.
Other people know how to manage. Other people know how to balance a life. You just don't. I can't do this anymore.
I have to serve my clients, Charlie. I have to serve my clients.
Okay, fine. Serve your clients, not your wife. Are you kidding me? This isn't working. This is not what I thought it would be. I can't do it anymore. I can't do this.
What you gonna do then, Charlie? What do you mean? I can't do it anymore. What that mean?
I'm leaving.
Going where?
I'm ending this.
What do you mean ending this? Ending our relationship?
Ending our marriage, yes.
What?
I can't do it anymore.
You ended our marriage because I got a job? What kind of stuff that is?
And what do I have? I can't do this anymore, Ronald. I'm not happy.
What happened to the commitment, Charlie?
I guess you can ask yourself that.
That's good.
Man, Charlie, how you gonna leave me, man? Come on now. What happened to your commitment?
Well, I wasn't committed in that first clip, so that clip I wasn't committed.
Man, I might need some knackers now, man. Charlie Willis gonna leave Ronald Willis. I'm out. I'm done.
Yeah, so a lot.
How you gonna quit on the brother?
Yeah, you weren't there, Ronald. You weren't present in the relationship. That's real important, no matter what we have going on in our lives.
Things goes on in the relationship.
No, well, I'm sorry. What goes on?
Things.
There will be things, issues.
Things goes on in the relationship, but
you're talking about life, though. You're just talking about going to work.
Yeah, but you don't quit in the relationship, though. You don't. And then the reason why you quit it is not even scripturally based.
Ooh, okay.
That's right. The Bible says, well, if your man worked too much, you can get a divorce.
No, it does not.
It does not say that.
To make that disclosure here, and we're talking about, not talking about staying in a relationship where there's abuse or abandonment. The Bible does talk about that, and
infidelity,
and it does talk about that. So let's look on the other side of those issues where we don't seem to get along.
Yeah, you got to be committed because you're gonna go. You will go through things in the relationship. You will have ups and downs.
It's that big
Yeah, but a lot of times we get in the down or in the valley, as I call it. We want to quit.
I know that is true, but I also think that there's a lot to this because we're going into the relationship with a worldly outlook on it. We're not actually taking it for what it is.
That's
our
right. You're gonna
vows,
have bad
our
times, good times.
Right.
There will be times where you don't like your spouse.
Yes.
You're gonna go through all of those things, but it's going through the things that make the relationship great.
Yes.
It's not running away. I'm finna pack my bags. I'm finna get a divorce. I'm tired of this.
Okay. So the first clip, it did show the lack of commitment there, the run, the easy way out.
Right. So let's look at the clip where it's done right. All right.
Ron, I need to talk to you.
Hold on, Charlie. I'm texting somebody.
Ron, I need to talk to you now.
Hold on, Charlie. I'm texting a client. All right, what you got?
I'm not happy. Ronald, please don't answer that. Please.
Charlie, it's a client. What do you mean don't answer it?
Ronald, I'm trying to talk to you. I need to talk to you. Please. Don't answer it.
All right, I won't answer, Charlie. What's going on?
I'm feeling real bad right now. I'm feeling real bad.
You feeling really bad. What are you feeling bad about?
About our relationship.
What's going on in our relationship that's so bad?
Oh, you never hear. When you're here, you're not here. We don't spend any time together. I feel like we're just drifting apart and we're just like roommates. I'm not happy.
Charlie, you know I have a job, right? I gotta do my job. I'm a real estate agent. I don't work 9 to 5.
Yeah, but it's gotta be something. We have to do something. Something has to change, though. I mean, you don't have to work all the time. I mean, I just don't understand it. I just didn't imagine that it would be like this. It's like, I'm just not happy.
So what are you gonna do?
I think it's what are we gonna do? I think maybe we should seek counseling or something.
Counseling? I ain't gonna go to counseling.
We have to do something. I mean, if you don't want to go to counseling, I don't think there's anything wrong with it. Well, what do you want to do? How are we going to fix this? We got to do something. I'm just not happy. I love you, and I'm committed to this relationship. We got to do something.
So counseling, is it something that you feel like we gotta do?
I don't know, it's a start. It's a start.
I don't want to go to counseling.
Why not? I don't understand. You want this marriage, right?
Yes, I want this marriage, Charlie.
What are we gonna do about it?
All right. We will go to counseling. I will give it a try, Charlie.
Thank you, Ron.
I appreciate it.
I love you.
I love you too.
All right. I guess you committed after all, huh?
Yes.
Man.
A little bit of better perspective there on that.
Yeah, and that clip illustrates the same challenge, the same problem, but just a different response.
Yeah.
And that response, showed a commitment toward the relationship. We're going through some challenges, but that does not mean you leave, though.
Right. And I think when arguments and things present, we get off focus on what's really going on and look at, no, it's not, of course, a problem that you got a job. I want you to have a job and work.
You do?
The problem was
Too much time on the
lack
job.
of time that we're not. Yes.
Neglecting time with my spouse.
That's right.
But the power in that clip is that we didn't argue. Like in the first clip, we was kind of going at each other a little bit, right?
Right.
And you set the atmosphere.
I did.
That's right. I mean, it's important to understand that when you have those kind of conversations and stuff, you got to set the atmosphere, okay? And, you did not allow me to get on the phone this time. Like, oh, wait a minute. This is way too important for you to be on the phone talking to your client. Who's more important, the client or me? And right now, I'm feeling bad about this relationship, and we need to talk. So it was very powerful that you stopped me from getting on the phone, and then you came in and you told me how you was feeling. Feeling really bad. Okay? And we talked about it in a previous episode that when you trying to have effective communication, you want to tell the person how you're feeling versus telling them what's going on first.
Right, correct.
And then you want them to respond to the feelings, which is what I did. You told me you was feeling bad, then I responded to your feelings, and then you navigated the conversation in such a way to let me know why these feelings exist.
Yes, you bring on a more sympathetic feeling from you instead of a defensive mode.
That's right. It created a connection to you, to your feelings about really feeling bad, because I love you. So naturally, I do not want you to feel bad.
Oh, that's nice.
That's nice.
That's nice.
Yes, definitely. So that was a very powerful illustration of how commitment should work, even though we're having challenges. And then, of course, as we navigated through the conversation, you want to come with some kind of resolution. How we're going to solve this? What we're going to do? And then your resolution was what?
Going to counseling, seeking help, getting outside of obviously that we're having this issue. We're not going to be able possibly to do it on our own. So we're getting outside of it. And that's one of the resolutions that we'll talk about as we get further into this video. So, yes.
Yes, what?
Oh, I thought you were going to say something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, going forward, continuing in the clip.
Go ahead.
There was some resistance toward your resolution.
From you, of course.
That's right. I did not want to go to counseling. And just because you have a resolution doesn't mean that the spouse is going to jump on the bandwagon. Ooh, let's do this. So then how do you keep going forward?
Yeah.
And the way you did it was like, okay, then since you don't like my ideal, what is yours? And of course, I did not have one. So if I don't have an idea, it'll make me go back to your idea if I'm trying to solve this problem.
Right.
That's right. So that was a very powerful clip of showing you how to stay in the fight, being committed. And we're not going to leave because we're having challenges in our relationship.
Right. So that's good, Ron. I'm glad you opened up and you decided to go.
Yep. And then it ended with what?
We said,
yeah. So, we had a moment there. We're connecting because we both want the same thing. And that is to stay with each other and not separate.
Right. That is correct. So our discussion really is talking about the commitment and looking at whether you are committed in your relationship, and also looking at the covenant, a little bit of the covenant contract, what that looks like in a relationship. We've talked about in the past, but let's get more in depth in what's going on here. So one of the biggest challenges I think here is that we don't realize when we get married, the I becomes the we, or the commitment it goes into a oneness. And it's stated in Matthew 9:6, it says that you're no longer one, the two, but you're two.
You're no longer one, but two.
You're no longer two, I'm sorry, but you're now one. That's right.
Yeah.
So you are one, and that is how we should operate, but we generally don't. We stay in the selfish mindset.
So you're trying to say if we have a thought process that we're no longer two but one, that'll create a commitment?
It will.
Okay.
To me, that's my thought, that it will help seal a commitment. Because you won't just think about yourself. You'll consider your partner.
All right now.
And that's what we should be doing.
That is definitely true.
Right? So it brings us to our scripture we used before in the past, and we love to use it because it states what we're going through right now. So it's Genesis 2:24, and this is the NIV version. Therefore shall a man leave his father and his mother, and shall cleave unto his wife, and they shall be one flesh. Again, but many don't see it that way.
How do they see it?
They see it as themselves. They're still in their oneness, almost like they're partners, almost like they're not partners, they're like roommates. And they tend to operate in that mindset.
Yeah, you saw it in the first clip. We was operating as roommates.
Yeah, so it's like, this is it. This is not working. I'm not even going to try to do anything. I'm not going to give you a suggestion about anything. I'm just going to go. It wasn't what I thought it was going to be. Right, because I was working too much. Is it ever what we think it's going to be?
No, it's not.
It's never what we plan it to be?
No, it's not.
It's never what we saw on TV.
No, it's not. To be. It's none of those things, okay?
It's the fact that we live in a contract society.
Right. And soon as something we don't like, something is not going on right, my solution is to leave.
Right,
okay?
Right.
And it's the opposite of what the scripture is telling us. You are to cleave, not leave.
Right. Two imperfect people cannot live and sustain a marriage on a contract. It's just not possible.
So when you said it, what do you mean? You said they can't stay on a contract. What does a contract mean for you?
Contract is pretty much just what a contract is. I'm signing on the dotted line now. Now that I signed on the dotted line, what I get out of this deal? What's in it for me?
So it's all about what you want.
Pretty much, it's on the terms of receiving and not giving, and wherever we continue into the receiving mode mindset, it brings us into being selfish.
What's wrong with receiving, Charlie? I want some things. Come on now. I can't receive in my relationship.
So think about this. So if I come in as a woman or a man, but if I come in a relationship or a marriage, and, Ron, you're doing so many good things for me.
That's right.
You're buying me this. You're giving me that.
That's
saying
right.
this. I'm feeling warm.
Wait a minute.
All of this I'm receiving. I'm just ready to receive.
You receive what I'm receiving.
Right. There you go. See how we
Wait a minute. I'm doing all these things. What I'm getting out of it? What I'm getting out of the deal?
But then when something happens and you're no longer to give me that for whatever reason, say somebody gets incapacitated physically or whatever, I can't get what you were giving me, then what do? I leave and go to find someone else.
The contract ends, y'all.
That's right. Contract, yeah.
The contract
you
ends.
did not
live up to the contract.
The terms of the contract.
So the contract ends. You're fired. You're terminated. We're no longer together.
I'm out.
That's right. Because a contract is temporary.
It is.
That's right. A marriage is supposed to be everlasting.
Yes.
Until death do us part.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Mm-hmm. So definitely, if you're in a contract relationship, then you are not committed to the relationship.
Right. Definitely.
You may be committed to self. As long as I'm getting what I want, what I feel I need, I will stay in. But if things changes, deuces.
And that's hard to hear. That's hard to accept for a lot of people because they don't want to look at it that way. But what does it look like if we decide that we're going to be in covenant with each other?
Yeah, how will we make that work? Okay. So you said a covenant, not a contract.
Right.
Okay. What's a covenant?
A covenant is more of when I say a blind foundation, I mean that you're not focused on what you're getting out, what you can receive from the relationship. You're in no matter what. Back in biblical terms, the covenant meant something. You can just go around breaking a covenant, something that God has put in place, especially if we got married and we set before God and doing our vows and with Him present. This is serious. The marriage should be taken seriously. And I think today we're not looking at it. We're just saying, it doesn't work out, then we just go our separate ways. But when a covenant, you are making a commitment, a strong commitment with you, your spouse, and God.
Yeah,
that 3-strand cord.
Yeah, that is so powerful. When I look at a covenant, I think a covenant is all about what you are going to do for the relationship.
Okay, that's good.
And a contract is all about what you want out of the person for the relationship. It doesn't
That's
hold
good.
you. It doesn't hold you accountable for doing things in the relationship. You're just looking to receive in a contract relationship, but in a covenant relationship, it holds you accountable. These are the things I'm going to do in the relationship to make it work.
Right. I'm going to put in and.
That's right. I'm gonna put in the work. Okay.
That's right. You're gonna put in the work.
Put in the work, and then it becomes a binding agreement on what I am going to do to make our relationship work. And for the most part, there's nothing going to separate me from my agreement that I'm making to make this relationship work. Yes, Ron is working so many hours. He's not here. He's not doing all the things that I want and need. But that does not mean I'm going to separate from him. That means we're going to have an intellectual conversation to see what we can do to change this.
Yeah, that's good. An intellectual conversation.
Intellectual conversation.
Yes.
Okay? We're not going to argue. We're not going to disrespect each other. We're not going to attack each other. We're going to talk and listen and come up with a resolution.
Yeah. Think about how powerful that is if we're both giving and just not sitting around waiting to receive.
That's right. If I'm in a covenant relationship, I'm giving to you, and what you going to do for me?
I'm giving to you as
now
well.
we both are receiving from each other, and that's the way it works.
And we both want to see each other happy. We both want to see each other okay and well.
That's
so
right.
We're doing things
in the situation or circumstances and life challenging and all those things occur. It's not going to cause me to want to separate. No. You know what it's going to cause me to want to do?
What?
Is dig deeper and get better in our relationship and move through these obstacles to show that, hey, we are a powerful couple and nothing can separate us.
That is good. That is good.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
You know, because you things going to occur, things going to happen. And some things you will not be able to control. But what you do control is how you respond to those things. And you can't do it like Charlie did in the first clip. Got a bags packed. Got a reservation for a hotel room.
I don't remember all of that in the
what
video.
hotel room
all that.
was you going to? And then the other question, who's going to be in the room with you? That's the question.
Anyway, let's move on to the resolution point. of looking into more how we can make this work and make this be a covenant and not a contract. First of all, we have to know the responsibilities, and we stated some of them of what a covenant looks like in your marriage and what the commitment looks like. So we talked about that. So I also stated that we have to look at it as something serious, sacrificial, and sacred.
All the S's, huh?
All the S's. You know, you stated vows, you stood before God, and you surrendered.
You're keeping your word.
That's right. You
keeping your word. You said I do. No one made you do that. You said I do. And when you said I do, know what it really means.
Right.
That's right. It means all the S's you just put down.
Right. Marriage is the most sacrificial relationship that there is that stands.
Right.
It is the most sacrificial. It just that in itself is just
you standing
so
in front of people. You standing in front of God, and you saying, "Hey, I'm committed to this person to death do us part."
Right.
Okay. Not to you working too much. I'm not getting my needs met. This ain't going on. Well, you didn't cook last night or whatever it may be. No.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Didn't I almost leave you for cooking one time? I'm out. Charlie didn't cook last night. I'm done, y'all. Man, forget this. There's somebody out there that can cook.
Right. Okay.
That didn't happen with us?
No, I don't remember that one.
Okay. Yeah, that means I'm committed, y'all.
So then you also...
I do remember that show, though.
Yeah, that was in the
Bad
show.
at First Sight.
Right.
You got to cook. If you don't cook, I'm out.
So I'm sorry, I didn't say. So that first point is taking it serious, sacrificial, and sacred. Those three words, okay? So the next point, number 2, is we want to make sure we're making a decision to work on and fight for the marriage. So that means we're just not saying things with our mouth. We're actually putting things into action.
That's right.
Action, what speaks louder than words.
That's right. Just like in the clip.
Right.
We talked about some things. Then you said, let's put this in action. Of course, initially I resisted, but hey, we got to do something. And what's going on now is not working.
Right. So you have to have that awareness, making that decision to move forward into making things work. So the third point is you want to start investing in your relationship. So you want to start seeing what knowing what the problem is and knowing what you can do to help alleviate it. Now, some of the things that we said, what was said in the clip, that you were working too much, Ronald. When you're there,
make that money, Charlie.
When you're
I gotta
there,
make that
you're
cheddar,
not
y'all.
there.
I gotta make that cheddar.
Yeah, when you're there, you're not there. You're not balancing it right. Okay. So I'm really talking about some quality time. So what should ring in our minds together is what can we do to curb your working environment to make it better, and then put in the time to work on our relationship, spending that quality time, doing devotions, doing praying together.
Going to movies, going on a date.
Yes,
talking to each other.
Right.
Spending time to get to know you and understand you.
Mm-hmm.
I can't get to know you and understand you if I'm working too much.
Right.
I'm not spending any time with you.
And I think we get into this rut of our daily routines in morning, getting up, going to work, doing the same thing over and over again, and we just fall from the wayside. And your marriage will not be. You cannot sustain a marriage that way.
Yeah, because some jobs will pull you in all kind of directions. And those things often lead to you not being at home and not spending time with your spouse, not spending time with your family. So you have to set some boundaries with your job.
Boundaries are good.
Learning sometimes to say no to some things.
Yeah.
I can't do it. I need to go home, whatever the case may be. You may need to set a time when this is the time that I get off from work. And although someone may call me, I'm not going to answer the phone during this time. And also, you let your clients know, hey, after I shut down after 8. So if you call after 8, generally I do not answer the phone. If it's urgent or emergency, that may be different. But generally speaking, I don't answer the phone after 8. I'm spending time with my family. And when you tell them that and you set that boundary in the beginning, they'll be understanding of that.
Yeah,
okay?
Definitely.
But if you don't, they may call you anytime.
Oh yeah,
call you at midnight. You need to wake up. I got something to ask you. And then when you set those boundaries, make sure you adhere to those boundaries.
Yes,
because
that's
some of them will try you.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I know he said don't call at 8. It's 9 o'clock, but this can't wait. And then they call you at 9 o'clock and you answer the phone.
Got him.
Yep. You just destroyed your boundary.
Mm-hmm.
That is correct.
So the fourth point here is compromising. This is big because many couples don't want to compromise.
Why can't I get it all my way? That feels so good to get it all my way.
It's not Burger King.
Yeah, but then it's not a covenant either.
Right.
That's right, because the covenant is about agreement what I'm going to do for you.
That's a good point there.
That's right. So you got to compromise.
You got to learn how
if you are in a covenant relationship, which you should be, and if you're not, you should be trying to get there.
That's right. Right. Working on and what it takes to get there, what it looks like. Compromise is really big.
Right, and you don't want to overindulge it where all of a sudden that is one-sided. Mm-hmm. We both should be feeling good about our relationship, feeling good about the things we are doing in our relationship, and we both should be agreeing to what we're going to do, how we're going to do. Okay.
So if you'd like to learn more about us, check us out at our website at firstfocusfaith.com or seek out our social media platforms. That is Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube.
That's right. And don't forget to help support this ministry by making a contribution to our Cash App at First Focus Faith. And if you watch it by demand, click the the donate button below. And of course, you watch by YouTube, like, comment, share, subscribe. Do it all for us, y'all.
Thank you. We'll see you again next week.